How's it going, everybody? My name is Matthew, and for 3.5 years, I lived in a cargo van full-time so I could reboot my life. Along the way, I created some amazing memories and had some not-so-great experiences, but it all helped make me who I am today. Now, I am settling down and building a home for myself and my little girl while sharing my experiences and overcoming new challenges from van life to house life and everything in between. Welcome to Van Life Plus. Look at me using an iron to straighten out this really beautiful tapestry. I haven't used an iron in forever. I don't really have clothes that require it, but I have the ironing board, I have the iron, and I got a tapestry in the mail from Terry. Thank you very much. When I opened this up, I got very excited, and my little kid brain just exploded. It is a pirate ship. I don't know where I'm going to put it. I haven't decided on a spot yet, but it came all folded up from Amazon, so it had a lot of creases in it. But yeah, that is very pretty, so thank you very much, Terry. That is a very nice housewarming present. And even now that I'm down here, it might look really cool above the guest bedroom down here, but I'm not gonna make any split decisions right now. Just wanted to show that off, and once again, say thank you. Right? That's super cool. Just a nice fabric wall decoration. I don't know, maybe it'd even look good in Lucky. There's not really a wall big enough for Lucky. Unless I do take down that secondary overhead bin in Lucky. Then it could look really cool on that wall, because that wall will be very bare, because that's also where that huge cargo net used to be as well. But yeah, it's been very nice having the space down here as well when it comes to washing my shirts, because then I don't like to dry them in a dryer, right? Because the possibility of shrinkage is a real thing, fortunately. So all this space to hang stuff up makes this super easy. When I was in the van, this sort of stuff, couldn't wash as many shirts as I wanted to at a time, because it's limited space to hang stuff up. Or I would just have to suck it up and put them in the dryer, and at that point you're doing it on like tumble dry. It takes like 4 hours to dry a load. Not ideal, my friends, not ideal. All right, these can all get hung up. I do have to give one more shout out to Sharon with an E. She also sent me this wall decoration. Really cool style photo that's segmented with a pirate ship on it. It looks great above the couch. Really sort of brings the living room together. I really appreciate this, my dear. Thank you so much. And this, I thought for sure that it was going to be an absolute nightmare to get this up on the wall and make it look even and whatnot. But to my surprise, it simply was not there to be. So Sharon, thank you again. Okay, well, as it usually does, life got in the way a bit when I started filming this video, and certain things just had to be attended to. And now I am off for an appointment to hopefully help get my neck straightened out. But with that being said, we'll kick you back just a little bit, and you can see exactly where this video originally started. Morning, Penny. Guess we should get our day started. Yeah. Where did your food go? Whoa. Good girl. Morning meat puck. Yeah, waking up at the campground out here. It rained pretty much consistently all night. Well, I shouldn't say consistently, it was on and off, but it was raining throughout the night and this morning. Really nice, lovely sound. I still like that sound of rain on the roof when it's not like torrential downpour anyway. But that means everything is a little bit damp out there. Well, not the stuff underneath POS, but POS itself and our ground mat. So that's going to make cleanup this morning very fun. However, as I mentioned in the last video, there's this other thing that I wanted to do. That's why I brought my coffee creamer with me. Usually I'm drinking my Revita tea, and I've got plenty of that stocked in Lucky's fridge right now. But I've had this Flash Fuel organic flash coffee in Lucky for the longest time. It came from my friends at Craze Outdoors. They hooked me up with it forever ago, and then I stopped drinking coffee. But I saw a new flavor coffee creamer in the store, and I just had to have it because I'm a savage when it comes to things that are labeled new. So I thought, hey, I've had this coffee in the van for a while. Let's pair it up with some liquid poison and have ourselves a coffee whilst we're out camping in a good ship Lucky. And this thing is very secured with all sorts of sticky tabs everywhere. Hi, good Lord. Okay then. Reason 35 to always have a Leatherman on your hip. Open up a flash coffee. Oh shit, it's a whole bunch of them. Oh cool. Now I remember Jason at Craze Outdoors telling me about it, that it was instant coffee, but a really good variety of instant coffee. But I thought there was just one in here. No, there's a whole little pouch in here. Look at that. Little drawer full of instant coffees. So that's cool. It even comes with a little story. What's with the grit? Go ahead. Don't let me bother you. Our Flash Fuel is a blend of organic, micro-ground, and instant coffee which provides a delicious and full-bodied coffee anywhere. The instant coffee is completely water-soluble, but the micro-ground will leave some sediment at the bottom of the cup, just like cowboy coffee. Well, there you go. The more you know. I haven't used my jet boil in a while, but it should still be functioning, so long as I put, water in it. Oof. Pull for me. And let's not waste our water. I mean, it's not like we're, rationing it or anything, but it's nice filtered Berkey water. Oh, hashtag van life. I clearly used this cup as a spittoon at some point. All right, well, we won't use our Buffalo Plaid cup. Well, don't put it back in the cupboard. Actually, don't be a wuss. I could just use my Yeti cup. Apparently, I have cups coming out of my rear end. But let's just clean this one out. What is that? That is not toothpaste splooge. That is something else. Huh. All right. Well, we'll use our Yeti mug. We'll clean that out later. As quality content as me sitting around in the good ship Lucky first thing in the morning, cleaning out a coffee cup with vinegar is... This cup is nice and clean. So we'll fill this bad boy up with some water. There we go. That'll leave room for heavy cream. Into the jet boil. And Bob's my bloody uncle. Nailed it. All right, there she blows. Fill up the good ship Lucky with all sorts of steam. It doesn't seem like a lot of coffee, but let's see. Does it have a little easy open tab? Good Lord. Reason 37 to have a Leatherman? This is going to make a mess. Got it. All right. A little bit of instant coffee in the morning. Hello. Oh, there we go. Give it one of these. Coffee everywhere. My God, make sure it's inserted deep. What a bloody waste. Hi-yeesh. Hi-ya. Yeah, the birds don't seem bothered by the rain. They're out hunting for worms. Okay. Spoon. Water. No. And stir. That's cool. I don't know why I thought that box only had one pouch of coffee in it. Maybe I thought it was like big for an entire pot of coffee or something. It's a lot cooler now because now I know for a while I'll still have supply of coffee inside Lucky. All right. Now, as delicious as this might look to some people, there ain't no way I'm putting that in my body. Not as is. So I'll come over here. I was transferring all of the video files from yesterday to the computer. And you come into the fridge, and where did I hide it? There it is. Nestled way down here amongst the adult beverages, we've got Touché de Gousse de Vanille, or Touch of Vanilla Bean. When does this expire? Oh, never, because there's so much crap in it. August 3rd. Oh, okay. Well, still got a good month, just under. I actually bought this very close to when I first moved into Tortuga, and I was like, oh, it'll be nice to have coffee creamer in the house. I'm having guests over, like my parents are coming, Amber will be there, sort of thing. They all drink coffee. Maybe I'll have some. I know none of those people would end up using this. This was primarily for me, and still sealed. That's how often I drink coffee. But when in Rome, or in this case, soggy Alberta. Ah, nice and pale. Just like we like it. This is still looking very hot. We will give our cowboy coffee a try. Cheers from my home to yours. Well, I approve. And let's check on all of our power supplies here. Whoops, I left that on overnight. Down to 83% after my live stream last night. That's still not shabby at all. All it was really used for was to run the microwave to make some, or warm up some tortillas, and then I kept the computer charged during the live stream. Starlink's been on quite consistently, although I turned it off when I went to bed, flipped it back on this morning. Lucky's battery down to 81%. I was also using Lucky's house battery to charge up this motion light. Got a couple of these around Lucky. Nice to see that blue light because it was completely dead last night. We'll flip it back on so that it will turn on when it senses motion. And this is what allows me to see all the cat turds when they make an appearance. Penny's fairly bunged up right now. Hashtag no turds. So I gotta get this cleaned up, my little coffee spill here. I am missing the storage of the pegboards just a little bit, but I am much happier with the reduced amount of things in here. So this could just go back in here, of course, but for now, it can hang out in our little sink tray or whatever you want to call that thing. We'll move this over here. This needs to go back in there. And we'll put this here. And there you go, bud. Like new. I will say this for Lucky versus Tortuga. It is easier to clean when you have messes on like the countertops, only because everything's right here in the van. I mean, it's easier in the van, but it's right here, you know, my counter's here. My fridge is here. So that's cool. Just thought I'd point that out. Yes, I'm just posting an update to Patreon. If you're not familiar with that platform over there, it's a way to support what I'm doing directly with very little loss to any of your funds, and you get to join an amazing community and get absolutely tons of bonus content over there, behind the scenes, up to date updates, direct messaging with me, and as of late, You get early access to all of these vlogs that you're watching, and they're completely ad-free over there. So if you can afford it, I would absolutely love to have you come over there, support what I'm doing. It would mean the world to me. And I know that not everybody can, and that is a-okay, because you watching here is just as important, and all of these van life vlogs will always be on YouTube. For some reason, there's people out there that seem to think that's not the case. I'm not sure where the confusion lies. But yeah, I saw somebody in the comments, unfortunately, spreading misinformation when somebody asked about, oh, when did you paint the van black? And somebody went into the comments and said, oh, it must have been on Patreon. He didn't post that on YouTube. So I responded with the link showing that it's not my fault you didn't watch it. Make sure you got notifications turned on, that you're subscribed, so you never miss a Van Life Plus episode. Okay, before we go outside and start putting stuff away, I gotta make sure I've got all my laundry here. Now, I don't know, oh no. Oh yeah, I wore that all live stream, and I'm a sweaty boy. So, got my t-shirt from yesterday, the tank top I had to change into because it was so warm when I got here, and then the party shirt I was wearing over top. Dirty laundry, along with socks, and I'm wearing the same underwear. And I don't care. I'm an adult, and I can do whatever I want. I'm going back to Tortuga anyway. So we'll stuff that into the backpack, make sure it comes back into Tortuga with us, and now I guess there's nothing left to do but venture out into the cold, damp Alberta prairies. Oh, well, it stopped raining for now, which is really nice. That will make putting all of this away, well, not enjoyable, but less miserable. That's always the worst part about camping, whether you're in a tent or in a van. Like, it all depends on how much you set up. You got to take it all down, right? And it will always be the least enjoyable part. I would wager there's insane people out there that absolutely love it. Y'all need Jesus. Yeah, so much fun. But anyways, it could have been worse, that is for darn sure. I lost control of the awning there because when I opened the door up to get the strap to hold the awning up there, I had already put the ground mat in, and turns out it retains a lot of the water, and it had started leaking out all over Lucky's floor. So I had to deal with that first and foremost. Just got a little rundown here, and this mat got soaked, but sort of par for the course. This chair, awesome still. It's case I kept inside, so it's nice and dry now, so I don't have to worry about doing something like this and just hi-ya onto the bed. And I was thinking I could do that with this ground mat as well, but now that it's leaked everywhere, that will not be the case. And I think I'm probably going to bring this into Tortuga and deploy it in the backyard anyway. This whole idea of bringing a dirty ground mat into the van, I'm not the biggest fan of. All right, solo stove, mini table, off the levelers, and we out of here. And just one more reminder, that coffee, if you're interested in trying it, actually I shouldn't even say that because I don't know if they still carry that specific coffee, but I'm sure they've got either that or some other brand of camping coffee, amongst a slew of other things, including a lot of the gear that I use when I do stuff like this can be procured from Craze Outdoors, a locally owned and operated camping supply store right in Calgary. And if you shop online, it's your first time making a purchase, if you use promo code VANLIFEPLUS at checkout, you can save yourself 10%. But I recommend going in and saying hi to the awesome family behind that store. Lucky, I don't have time for your shenanigans. Yikes. All right, well, let's get you back to Tortuga before you throw a hissy fit.
These hands of mine have got some stories to tell. Seen parts of heaven and a whole lot of hell. Headed west to stake a claim in the ground. I got as far as Cripple Creek that night. I met a girl with golden hair and green eyes. Fell in love on the outskirts of town. Hung my hat, figured I'd stick around. Hey, the part of me that longs to hold her at night would bury any man that don't treat her right. I'm gonna love and live and kill and fight with my whole heart till death do us part. There was a man who ran that whole damn town. He thought he owned her and that they'd settle down. Took her back with a Colt 44. I loaded up and rode out into the night. Took out his men and by the dawn's early light left a blood trail up to his porch. Held my breath and I kicked down the door.
So yeah, since I left the campground, I still haven't had Lucky's awning, otherwise known as POS around these parts, deployed or the ground mat out. So that is on the docket today because when I'm filming now, it's going to be ridiculously hot out today, about 32 degrees Celsius at peak heat, which is miserable if you're me. But that's the plan. I'm almost to my appointment here. I did need to give one more shout out to Crystal Cook. She was very kind and she sent me an M&M Meats gift card in the mail. This came the other day. Thank you very much, my dear. It was attached with a note that said, I wish we had these in the United States of America. Yeah, I kind of wish you did too. This place is amazing. And Crystal, thank you very much for your generosity. That will definitely come in handy tonight. I have to re-up the coffers. Well, not the coffers, but like the pantry for dinner for the Pirate Princess. So thank you again. Speaking of generosity, whilst I go and attend my appointment, let's send you back the timeline just a little bit more to what I was doing yesterday, which again was not drying out POS. Okay, it's been a few days since I was at that campground, and I was actually doing work over on my secondary channel this weekend. We were doing a live stream, and Leopard Girl joined in and let me know that a couple packages had been sent to my UPS box, or that they had arrived, actually. Unfortunately, at that time, I didn't have the opportunity to go retrieve them from the UPS store, so they have been liberated at this point now, and I'm just about to go get the Pirate Princess for our evening. I thought it would be a great time to swing by the mailbox and grab them up. So let's see what was sent our way. We've got a couple of them here. In the first package, no easy open tab. How dare they? That was easy enough though, so we won't hold it against them. What do we got here? Ooh, this, does it say exactly what it is? If you're gonna get down and dirty in the kitchen or doing barbecue, then you'll need this. Oh my God, is it an apron? It's very vacuum sealed and it comes from China, like everything does. Sealed for my protection. It just says rules on it. Let us see. It is an apron. And it says, my kitchen, my rules. Oh my goodness. Wow. Okay, well, obviously, hang on. Oh my God, it's like, you know, properly like that. Oh, it smells like it's from China. Not like that. Everybody just calm down. You know what I mean. Ha! There we go. Well, this is perfect timing. I'm barbecuing tonight for the Pirate Princess and Amber. Guess what I'm going to be rocking? Thank you very much, Leopard Girl. This stays on now for this entire sequence of events. Ah! Since the Leatherman was out and all. I'm not realizing the microphone is all the way over here. That's not ideal. Ooh. What is this? Oh, you love to cook and I love to watch you cook, so I thought we could spice things up a little because I know you'd love that. Oh God, it's a cooking book. 50 Shades of Chicken. a parody in a cookbook. Wow. 50 Shades of Chicken. Thighs spread wide. Go get the butter breasts. Red cheeks. Pound me tender. Thank you very much. We will see. It's actually funny. With the cooking book, my landlord actually left behind a cooking book that she thought would be great for me to use here on the vlog. So I've got a lot of stuff to cook, that's for darn sure. Thank you very much, my dear. It's very kind of you. Okay, we got another box right here. Let's see. Ooh, what is this? Hello? It is... Oh, this arrived a lot faster from my unnamed benefactor. Thank you very much. It is a remote-controlled outlet. Boom, boom, boom. I believe the intention is for this to work with the swag lamp that I brought back from my mom and dad's. So we don't have to, how is this? Oh yeah. Oh, very cool. It comes with, all right, okay. Well, this will be something for future Matthew to do. Okay, and there's another package here. Ooh. Oh, what does this say? Hope we got the right size from Elsie and Tom. Oh yes, Elsie wrote me on Patreon and said they had found me, or Tom guessed my size and picked me out a set of hiker shoes. What's funny is that even while filming this, nobody has seen the epic mountain climb I did while we were at Blue Rock. It was epic. You weren't there. You don't get a say. So I wasn't even complaining about it. But if these fit, that will be absolutely perfect to have in the good ship Lucky for just those excursions, or yeah, excursions just like that. However, I think Tom may have overestimated my size. Happens. Maybe bloody not. I mean, I can't exactly stand up and walk around in the good ship Lucky, but Tom, I think we might be onto something. You got me 13s, but primarily I'm a size 12, but that does change depending on the brand. I don't even know what brand these are. But they feel very snug. My toe is not hitting the end, but there's not an obnoxious amount of space. Tom and Elsie, thank you very much. That is great. From a company called Quest One or Norty V8. Are these V8s? It's a gas guzzler. Thank you very much, you guys. I think with that initial put on my foot, we will absolutely give these a shot. We don't have to worry about, obviously, somebody buying me a pair of shoes. They were very concerned about the size, but no, they seem to be great. So that will make those such excursions, well, hopefully a little bit more bearable on me back and me feet. Well, I'm excited to get this installed as well. Like I said, sounds like a future Matthew problem, and at this point, we should probably check back in and see what future Matthew is up to. Okay, now I think we are all caught up with the other stuff. We can get back on track. Just finished my massage therapy appointment. She had a lot of good advice and beat the absolute hell out of me. Try and implement some of the things she said. She did give me a nice peace of mind that she does not think it has anything to do with like degenerative disc or anything like that. So that's good. All good things. Holy Dinah Grace. Well, I mean, it's not your fault, but it is hot AF already. So fire up the Irish Pirate Queen and let's go take advantage of this heat. Rip over, get the good ship Lucky, and find a place to dry out our shit. Before that, we better check in with the Putty Tat. Hello? Hello? Why are you up here? Heat rises, you silly putty. You're gonna be so hot up here. That's okay, you got your fan on, don't you? Yes, you do. Yeah, okay, well, you enjoy the coolness that you have going on up here right now. I'm gonna go out in the heat and dry out our shit, okay? Okay, thank you. We'll see you so soon. All right, down at the old stomping grounds, otherwise known as Fish Creek Park, there are spider webs all over my awning and my tule. Those little bastards. Anyway, it's nice and quiet down here right now. It's probably too hot for a lot of people to be out. A couple other cars right now, but I figured this would be a good place to do this. So let's get this out and see just how bad it is still from that camping trip. Doesn't feel too bad on this part of where it's rolled. Strap off. Strap into your mouth, and down we go. Oh yeah, there it is. It's soaking wet here. Absolutely soaking. So, go Wanted to make sure I had Lucky pointed the correct way so I wasn't in the direct sun, so I could still enjoy being outside a bit today while I'm doing this. My initial plan was I was going to grab the EcoFlow Wave 2, the air conditioner, and just squirrel myself away in Lucky. Do some work and have the air conditioner blowing, since I don't have to worry about my power needs as much anymore. It would have been nice to just use the EcoFlow power station to power that air conditioner and Bob's your bloody uncle. But I figured since I had that appointment this morning, it would probably be pretty silly to be carting around the air conditioner and the power station. I would probably effectively undo all of the hard work she did, getting me all sort of loosey-goosey and whatnot. I used to do that almost too frequently when I'd have those appointments and I was using Pac-Man back in the winter. I'd be lugging my generator around after those appointments, and it's like, what's the bloody point, right? I don't know how well it's going to show up on the camera, but it's still quite saturated, but we are all in the direct sunlight now, right? So we will let POS get its poop in a group. Well, I got a nice little bit of shade there coming from him where we'll be able to sit. Maybe we'll deploy that camping chair because it's still oh so comfy. But before that, the second step, I'm pretty sure this guy could stand to be dried out as well. I mean, the really nice thing about these camp mats, this one and the one that I've got up on the rack there on Lucky, is I don't know if it's wicker necessarily, but it's kind of what it feels like, right? It's like a weave. It's very breathable at the end of the day, so you never have to worry about it being too wet for too long. Although as soon as you take it and seal it away in a plastic carrying case, well, I'm not a scientist, but that might make the water leaving a little bit more difficult. There we go. Yep. That won't take long either. Dry. Thank you very much. Yes, we've got these shoes that I just opened, as you saw. Maybe now's a good time to throw them on and go for a little bit of a walk. Although, honestly, I've been talking about walking more lately, so I'd love to do it. It's so bloody hot. And I don't know. Although, it's better to do it now than later because it's just going to get hotter. My question is do I have a wife beater inside the good ship Lucky? Lights on. This has gotten so loose that every time I drive now, it swings out. Oh yeah, you bastard. Don't think I've forgotten about you. Let's come back here and see. No, it just looks like t-shirts in there. Oh wait, ha ha ha. No wife beater, but the next best thing. One of the modified Dixon bamboos from last summer. I knew I put one of these in the van, but I had clearly forgotten. So maybe I didn't know. I don't know. It's hot and I'm not getting any younger. There we go. Well, I'm wearing my comfy shoes that I could easily walk in. But in the interest of making sure that these suckers are in fact the correct size, yeah, we'll slap them on and go for a little bit of a rip. And shoes on. Nailed it. Okay. Feeling pretty good. Definitely a little bit more room for activities in them versus my runners. But it's okay. Lights out. Shoes in. Strap. Kobe. Whew. All right, I'm already sweating. My goodness. Well, working pretty good so far. Definitely comfortable, and they are not moving around on my feet, so thanks again, Elsie and Tom. That's great. Be interesting to get them out on another camping trip and up on one of those trails that is like climbing a mountain. For now, a little quick walk down to the creek will do just fine. Story of my life these days. The walking stick is that Tortuga. But I have a good excuse for that. It's because I was using it yesterday. That's nice. It's still at that point in the day where, yeah, it's really hot in the sun. As soon as you walk into the shade, though, it's actual relief. There's the crick. Still really high. Ooh, that's nice. Should have brought some flip-flops. Could have stuck my feet in. Ain't it always the way? Yeah. I kid you not. It's been about, I don't know, 20 minutes of a little bit of a walk. Came back. POS is already bone dry. So I'll leave it up for a little bit longer and I'm just going to enjoy being down here. But it's done. And now I don't have to worry about any sort of mold getting built up because at this point I'm not 100% sure. Well, I'm not 100% sure when my next camping trip out in the Good Ship Lucky will be, but more to the point, I don't know when I'll be deploying POS next, you know what I mean? I could go on trips and easily not deploy it. So either way, that's a nice peace of mind. And I'd say maybe another 5 minutes on that and it'll be good to go too. Okay, another thing I should get into the habit of is taking Penny's cookies that are left over after our trips, putting them into this Ziploc bag so they don't, I don't know, get stale. Is that a thing? Probably. Most stuff like this does. Just in the interest of saving a little bit of money in the future, right? So keep her food sort of tucked away in there. And then we can grab our vinegar, give her bowl a spritz. Okay, grab some paper towel and get it nice and clean. And I guess by this rationale, we can also clean out her water bowl because we'll always give her fresh water on every trip. Yeah, one of these days I'll get to Lucky's arse. I don't know if you can see it or not, but when I was spray painting Lucky, got a little bit of a spatter onto the Starlink dish up there because I was super lazy and didn't remove the dish. And I don't know if it's causing any problems or not, but I'm gonna do my best to try to remove it. I've got some isopropyl alcohol here and we've got heat, which is usually good for removing stuff like this. What I do not have that got left in BC is my ladder. I was using it to install the cell phone booster and yeah, completely forgot to pack it back into the Good Ship Lucky. I discovered that at that campground actually, because I was trying to do Lucky's roof. But okay, let's see. Actually, I'm not going to pour that directly onto the Starlink dish. Let's put it onto our towel here. Remove the chips from your towel. Some people's kids. All right, then let's soak this bad boy as much as we can and see if we can get some of this off. Yeah, this stuff might work too to remove the switch dock. I've seen lots of good suggestions in the comments from you all. Could use the alcohol, could maybe use some Goo Gone. Just haven't gotten to that step yet. I am very close to just like getting a scraper, like a big scraper, and heating it up with a heat gun and seeing if I can get that back there and pry and use the heat on the blade to melt the alien tape. But me making idle threats at the thing, saying I haven't forgotten about it. Well, they're not idle threats. I haven't forgotten about it. It's very much on my to-do list, as I am very now rapidly realizing that this may have to be a future Matthew problem. I'm not so sure this isopropyl alcohol is going to do the job. have to get some proper paint thinner or something. This has been up here for days now, so all it's done is cured up in the sun. Yeah. Well, you got any recommendations to getting, I don't know, 4 or 5 day old spray paint off of a Starlink dish? Leave those suggestions in the comments below. Because this ain't working, and it's too hot. I can feel myself losing every ounce of water I've ever drank. Quit being such a pussy. Act macho. Absolutely not. It's too hot to act macho. Ugh. Okay, that's enough of this. I kid you not. Look at this. Is that coming through? Is that coming through in high def for you? I know not 4K in this episode, but my God, the sweat is dripping into my eyes. So, as fun as this was, these are the days that I do not miss. Some people absolutely love the heat, love the summer. I am still of the mind that, especially if you're full-time van lifing, summer's the absolute worst time of year. As you can get yourself next to a body of water, or you got some great onboard air conditioning that can run all the time, it's so much worse than winter. Anyway, we are also very close to an M&M Meats, so it's time to get the good ship Lucky back on the open seas and over there and to procure ourselves some dinner or something like that, some such nonsense. Very hot, very sweaty in his shower, which I can do now. You know what, before getting over to M&M Meats though, I'm going to stop in here at this car wash and we're going to take care of our 8-legged stowaways and their ramshackle housing. That way, while Lucky sits for the next few days, she'll be a little bit more spiffy and a little bit more spider-free. I'm not the biggest fan of this car wash. I've been here multiple times. It's one of those car washes where you pull up here and you got to grab a ticket and you can go in and you can just use the bay. Then when you leave, you pay and they scan the ticket and it's based on how long you are inside. I mean, I guess if you're Johnny on the bloody spot, you can do it fairly efficiently, but when you're in a giant ass van and you're maneuvering around and stuff, it's not the most time effective. So yeah, there's better car washes for sure, but we're here. I don't feel like driving anywhere else right now, so about face. This looks like a good enough murder scene for some arachnids. This will also be the first time I've washed Lucky since painting her on the painted sides. Last time I was just getting rid of schmutz on the side I wanted to paint. All right, away we go. Coming for you, you bastards. I'm not even going to bother with soap. We're just rinsing it off right now just to get the spider webs and a little bit of schmutz off. And I got to be really careful with the pressure washer because with my backyard paint job, it's very easy to start stripping the paint, right? So got to be careful. Ask me how I know. This spot especially, because I haven't repaired it yet since I was at the campground, I don't want to be blasting the water full speed ahead into it. It'll just strip that whole door off. Obviously, that's indicative of your car wash and the pressure they provide, but better to be safe rather than sorry. Okay, that was definitely less than 5 minutes. Let's see how much they charge if Lucky gets its poop in a group. Come on, Lucky, I don't want to spend a night in a car wash. Please tell me we're not spending the night in the car wash. Oh, okay. All you're doing now is just costing me more money, Lucky. Didn't you hear me say we're on a timer? My goodness. Where did that big truck just go? Oh, there he is. Excellent. Yeah. This car wash is great for Grace to get around in. Lucky is a little bit more hectic. Oh. All right, let's see here. Didn't even get close enough to reach. Yep. How you doing? Oh, right. There you go.
You taking the gas yet?
No. Yes, that's it. Oh, thank you, sir. Beauty, thanks so much. Yeah, have a good one. $6. The thing is, I could have done what I just did at a regular coin wash for probably $2, at the most $4. But paid for the convenience of the location. All right, let's go see what we can find for dinner tonight. Not at Edo, Japan. Obviously. I really got to stop pulling into parking stalls like this. So with Lucky's front end this way, with the issues that I'm having with those starting, because if I ever find myself in a position where she just simply will not start, I'm going to want to be towed, and she got to be towed by the nose, not the arse. So do better, Matthew. Oh my gosh, okay, Lucky, please, 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 please. 1, 2. Ridiculous. Oh, thank gosh, okay. Okay, so I decided to go with, well, obviously I had to restock the buffalo chicken dip. Can't have a freezer without that in it. But for tonight, I decided to try those, island-style chicken skewers. Do them up on the barbecue, or you can do them in the air fryer or the oven or whatever. And then the nice thing about M&M meats as well is that they don't have, it's not just meat, right? These bistro-style green beans are great. They take no time at all in a frying pan on the stove. And then they also have this, amongst a slew of others, a garlic bread, cheesy garlic bread. Throw that in the oven. Not that I would advise using an oven on a day like today, but I digress. It's really good, and it's very popular with the ladies. Everybody just calm down. So that's what's going to be on the docket tonight. So again, thank you all so very much. We've been doing M&M meats a lot because of the insane generosity of all of you, and it's really quality food, and it's been so nice to be able to cook inside Tortuga and make proper meals and not have to find, on a day like today, a nice cool spot in Fish Creek Park to like go make a hot dog or something. Or more than likely on a day like today, it would be Niet! Boston Pizza or the mall or something like that, you know, where it's cool. So yeah, with that being said, back to Tortuga. And with that, I'm going to leave this one here. I've got a very hungry Brooklyn and a very hungry Amber that need feeding. So, thank you very much for watching, and until the next one, just go out there, be happy, be creative, be yourselves, most importantly, be positive. Remember, only dead fish go with the flow. Looks like I got another thing to iron.